Well, a very good morning and welcome to another Fishing Towel Films. It's early October. It doesn't feel like it's October, it feels like it's late summer. The sun's just trying to come through the mist. It was a bit misty first thing this morning. Just setting up, and I'm in Norfolk today. Come down to a syndicate water I've just joined. The main reason why I've joined that is because it's got some fantastic roach in it. It's known as a bit of a roach mecca. It's called Highbridge Fisheries. Like I say, it's a syndicate water now, which is run by James Brown, who seems a really nice chap. Looking forward to meeting him at some point soon. And we just had a chat with some of the locals. Some had just gone, they were here for the carp. And big roach has just jumped. I got here early, had a walk around, and I could see some big roach topping, and they look big fish, quite a way out. So like I say, it's my first time here, so I'm going to take it a little bit easy to start off with. I'm not going to just set my spawn rod up, but I'm not going to spawn yet. I'm going to fish with 3 rods. I'm going to have a little cast around, because it's very deep, even though the water's low, because they take the water out for the local farms for the potatoes and all the crops. So it's like an irrigation reservoir. And then I would guess from probably now onwards it starts to fill up right up to the bank where I'm standing now. But it's quite a way down, so I'm going to settle my gear up down there. I'm just going to have a little cast around first. I'm going to use like 10mm mini boilies. I'll get into the main tackle a bit later, and hopefully when I start getting a few little plucks and bites, then that'll give me some indication where the fish are, because I've been doing a bit of research, and they can be anywhere on the day. They can be at 10 yards, 20, 30 or even further out. So until I've got a rough idea where they are, I don't want to start putting in bait all over the place, and well, just be a pointless exercise. So I'm going to have a little search around probably for the first hour or so. I might get lucky and find them straight away, and then again I may not. So we'll see what happens. I'm really looking forward to it. I set off about sort of 4:40 AM this morning from my Surrey base, and made my way up to Norfolk, and I'm here looking forward to it. Let's get fishing. Well, this is the ground bait spod mix that I've just knocked up. I'm not going to put it out just yet, but in there is quite a lot of nice particle that the roach will love. And there's a few boilies in here, some Pacific tuna, some mirage baits, smell boilie in there. There's even a few tutti fruities and some essential cell in there and all. And so a nice mix. There's some hemp has gone in the mix as well, and oils like oil hemp has gone in, and some krill, bit of krill juice, not too much, just a little bit, and Pacific tuna mix, spod mix has gone in there. So there's loads of particle, and I'll either spot a bit out a bit later, or what I'll probably do is put some of this in a little PVA bag, or even a little mesh bag, hook it onto next to me baits, and send that out, and sort of, so at least I've got a little bit of food right next to me boilie that I'm using. And I've got two set up with a lead, and one with just a boilie on it, and then the third rod I'm going to have a ground bait feeder, and some of this will be going in there as well. Fish are still topping a bit further out though, and we'll see what happens. But that's my sort of going to be my feed mix for the session. I'm here for a couple of days, so it gives me lots of time to experiment and to see what the roach like. There's lots of nice little particle in there, and I'm sure there's something in there that will entice them into the swim and onto my hook baits. Fingers crossed. Third hand rod marched off. It's on the cell boilie in Nice Roach. I had one a little bit smaller than this earlier, but this I guess probably just over the pound mark, so a nice way to kick off. I won't weigh, it's not big enough, but still a lovely fish all the same, and what a great bite, just screamed off. Kited, it's the big roach, the bigger roach too. Low heavy this one, which is good. And we'll send him back on his way and see if we can catch his dad or his granddad or grandma. Well, it's been a bit of a frustrating afternoon. I've had 5 or 6 £1.5 skimmers, all peas in the pod, and they've all come out on the right hand rod, which is on the ground bait spod mix feeder, so obviously that's attracted them. On the other 2 rods I've had just like the odd roach. I've also had some roachy bites that then screamed off, and then I've lifted into nothing at all, not even felt anything. So there's definitely some good roach about. It's just a case of just keep doing what I'm doing, and eventually, pretty sure I'll look into one of the bigger roach, because that's what I'm here for. I don't want them skimmer brain. I've had enough of them over the years. Well, it's the following morning from arriving yesterday, and during the night I just left one rod out because being as I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning and then the 2-hour plus journey downhill, I was feeling a bit tired, you could say, so I thought I'd leave just the one rod out, and at 1:20 it screamed off and continued to scream. By the time I got down to the rod, lifted into a nice bend, and I thought this is certainly no roach, and it was a carp, and after a short battle guided it into the net, 17 pounds 8 and a pristine mirror carp. Now, I didn't show it to the camera, obviously being dark, and if it had been over 20 pounds I would have done, but I had a couple of skimmer bream as well, and that was basically it. To this morning I've had 2 roach on my left hand rod and my middle rod, cast them back out. Nothing big, round about the sort of 6 to 8 ounces. Lovely fish though, nice markings on them, but I'm still hopeful that at some point I'll be able to show to the camera one of those huge roach that live in this reservoir. During my time at Highbridge, there was plenty of activity going on around the reservoir, with the carp anglers enjoying some great sport, and Phil, one of the syndicate members, come along to see if I could take some photographs of his common that he'd caught early in the morning, and of course I was happy to oblige. And what a fish! There's Phil with his 30 pound 6 ounce common. What a beautiful fish. Well done to Phil. Sadly, I didn't catch any of those monster roach, but I learnt a lot on my new syndicate water, and I'm looking forward to soon returning for another session when perhaps the weather can cool down a bit, the smaller fish will go off the feed, and hopefully those big beautiful roach will get on my baits. Well, that's the plan. If you enjoy Fishing Tale films, then please give the films a like and subscribe to the channel, and why not share with your fishing friends. Thank you.